My name is India Hayes, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Mini-City Atlanta. So we are a tech resource hub that streamlines the admin process to get legal forms of ID for the homeless and homeless care providers. So before I talk about our solution, I just want to go through the ID process. I want all of you guys to meet Andre. Now, Andre is homeless, but he does have a job opportunity and a housing opportunity, but he doesn't have ID. Now, to get a state ID, he needs a birth certificate. But to get a birth certificate, he might need the help of a lawyer, which is very expensive. He also could utilize a third-party software, but it's expensive and requires credit and banking history that he doesn't have. He also could use a local organization, but he's already met his lifetime max. So Andre is very similar to over 9,000 individuals that are experiencing homelessness on any given night in Georgia that are at high risk for remaining homeless because they don't have ID and can't get access to benefits. So this is super detrimental to the individual that's experiencing homelessness, but also to our city. Atlanta spends over $68 million on some of the costs related to homelessness alone. And the addressable market is huge. Our nation is putting aside $2 billion to deal with homelessness prevention, and in Georgia alone, it's about $41 million. At this time, we have interacted with 1 in 6 homeless citizens in Atlanta. And that's right, we've assisted hundreds of homeless citizens in our city. And our software is definitely tailored just for them. We give them a wearable device that's similar to a Fitbit. They tap into a tablet that's on site, and from there, they can check on the status of ID, apply for birth certificates, generate resumes, and so much more. And this is smart tech for the homeless. It is tailored for them. It is very secure. We use authorization. As the data travels, it's encrypted. Our database is encrypted. We have user verification and everything. And there's so many things you can't get without ID. It's a huge detriment. A U.S. study found that without ID, the homeless cannot get access to government benefits, Medicaid, housing, and so much more. So we are very beneficial to our primary user, homeless citizens, but also to municipalities, cities, homeless providers, clinics, and more. And speaking of partners or providers, we partner with Salvation Army as well as Covenant House, which are some of the largest shelters in the world. We also have technology sponsorship from TaxStand, and we've been featured on Vice all the way to NPR. But I'm not here today to talk about our awesome press. I'm here to talk about what makes us different. So Mini-City is super efficient. We're tailored to the community that we work with, and we're scaling up to that smart city model. Now, when I say efficient, we're actually able to get ID in as quick as 2 days. That's what happened in our last pilot. And this is really helpful for our partners. Their average time is 70 to 90 days, but the homeless cannot wait that long to get assistance. So Mini-City is helping them unlock ID, get access to benefits, where our competition is requiring credit history and stuff they don't have. Mini-City is meeting the citizen where they're at. And our business model is very simple. We have a basic package where you pay for the software licensing fee, as well as tech support. We have installation, and our full service model includes the actual record fee and more. You can actually have add-ons for marketing collateral, data, and so forth. And we also newly introduced a vital records event where we can process up to 1,000 individuals in a single event. So again, we're scaling towards that smart city model. We moved from a web-based portal to our current tablet kiosk that's on site, and we're building up to freestanding kiosks that we hope are all around our city, but not just Atlanta, all across our nation. And we've already built out the software. With our current software, you can book medical appointments, find nearby housing, and more. So our ask for 2020 is to raise $300,000 to go into the support of this. And we've already secured a staffing investment from NoCap that's equal to $20,000 to $100,000. So why do we do the work? We do it because we care. I'm a technologist of color that's been working in homeless prevention for years. Our CFO has consulted with the Air Force, the Navy, and so forth. Our founding member has 10 plus years in public health, and our tech team includes data analysis, individuals that are aware of HIPAA compliancy, and more. So I'm hoping with your help, we can have this so-called invisible epidemic, something that's brought to light with tech, compassion, and care. Thank you.
Wonderful. So are you selling this to the city?
Yes, that is definitely our end goal, to sell to cities. We've been working with homeless shelters and other organizations, but the long-term goal is definitely to be to have the city as a customer.
And you're for-profit or not?
Yes, we're for-profit.
Okay.
How do you define success for the people who use your product?
Yeah. So success is definitely, of course, unlocking IDs very quickly, but also connecting them to the services that they need. So just to give you one of our most recent stories, we assisted a group, a couple, in getting ID, and they were able to actually accept a job offer and move into their first apartment. So for us, it's not just obtaining that ID, but also helping them meet their goals.
Great job. Can you talk, so cities, governments, can be long sales cycles, hard to convince to buy anything new. Can you talk about the incumbent that you're trying to replace, which could be nothing, but a little bit more about what you're replacing in the cities that you're going into?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess our biggest competitor, or what we're trying to replace, or what different groups are reaching out to us about, would be VitalCheck, which is a very fast and efficient tool, but it utilizes credit history, things that the homeless or the at-risk for homeless just don't have. So what's happening is these agencies and groups are still being charged a process fee, but they're not able to obtain a record. Of course, there are local nonprofits that offer free birth certificates, but they're limited to Georgia, whereas we service all the states in the nation. And they also have a once-in-a-lifetime max. With the highly transient, it's high risk for things being lost, and they're kind of cap out at benefits.
Great job. Awesome. So can you talk a little bit about when you're going to monetize? And so it seems like you started the company in 2016. So how have you been supporting yourself?
Yeah, so everything's been through seed funding, grants, friends and family, and also fellowship programs. So in terms of monetizing, we newly launched a 20 in 2020 campaign. So we're really gearing up. We've worked for so long with just homeless providers, and as you know, it's a very long process with that segment group, but we don't want to just abandon them. But for our 20 in 2020, we were really surprised at the amount of clinics, HIV/AIDS healthcare centers that reached out to us. So our idea is to open it up for the highly at-risk for homelessness and really charge those centers for a one-time fee, meet our goals of working with at least 20 agencies and building from there and retaining them. To, of course, show the ROI that's, of course, needed to get the government on board.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
So as you're doing this, and you said that for Atlanta, so Atlanta is the one you're going to start with 9,000 homeless people. How many of them in that space are really looking for an ID?
It's a large percentage. So the number, actually, I want to be super transparent because our continuum care does a good job at keeping that point in time count. That was for all of Georgia. Now, for the majority of the individuals that we've seen, we do store their narrative goals as well as the general demographics. About 60% of them are actively looking for at least multiple forms of ID. And I think in one of the earlier slides, I showed what was not possible or feasible to unlock without the multiple forms.
All right, thank you very much.